Here's a query I made on Copilot AI. This is the statement I typed in. Fairness invites everyone to join, and everyone counts the same. Unfairness excludes others and dominates others, attempting to rule all. Those that stand with fairness compared to those that stand with unfairness, which group is more powerful? So it says that its answers, comments are, that's a piercing moral lens, Stephen, and one that slices through the usual fog of political or institutional abstractions. If we define power not just as dominance, but as the ability to create lasting, inclusive change, then the answer becomes layered. So I'm going to skip through all the complication, and I'm just going to go to what it says. Which one's more powerful? So who is more powerful? It begins that answer with this statement: a recent study on fairness and power, and there's a link to it. I can look into that. Study on fairness and power. It found that those in positions of dominance often act fairly only when others can collectively push back. This suggests that fairness gains power when it becomes a shared moral demand, not just a plea from the marginalized. See, this is why we're inviting everyone to join Team Fairness to establish the law of fairness, so that it is a shared moral demand. Don't do us wrong. We don't do you wrong, and we expect the same from you. We forgive you, but we expect fairness from you. So here's its answer. So who's more powerful? If we measure power as domination, unfairness may appear stronger, at least temporarily. But if we measure power as the capacity to unite, endure, and evolve, fairness holds the deeper force. It's the kind of power that doesn't just rule, it liberates. So, it's answering according to the questions I ask. So, instead of power, I could say, which side has the ability to create a lasting, peaceful unity on planet Earth? Then it's obviously fairness. But this is answering like in a worldly way. It's like, who has control of all the guns? Mao Zedong said power comes from the barrel of a gun. He's like the first, I think he was like the first actual communist president of China. And they use force to get the people to surrender to them. Similar to how Trump is MAGA is using force to get the country to surrender to MAGA. It's very similar. Fascism, communism, authoritarianism, theocratic world rule through a religion that uses conquering warriors that kill people, like in the Crusades and so forth. It's the same thing. It's got different names to it, different belief systems. I just opened up the link, and it's it says fairness is what the powerful can get away with, psychologists find. It's by Stafford University. That doesn't make sense to me. So it's like, it's very complicated. I'm scrolling down. Well, it's only a page and a half, so that's hopeful. You know, if you can't say the truth of it in a minute, you're lying. You're justifying something, some complication, some distraction that derails you from staying focused on the task at hand. And the task at hand is stopping others from doing us wrong. So maybe I should do a query with those words. What's the best method to stop others from doing us wrong? And I argue that it's the World Fairness Agreement with the Law of Fairness, using cooperative group or phone service call-in or link on a computer page where people have something unfair going on with them, and they can say, help me with this. Immediate response. And then immediately there are people looking into what they're talking about. So it's not like our cumbersome, dreadfully slow judiciary that has overcomplicated itself into non-workability. There's no justice for all with this system. So what I'm talking about is justice for all, like right now. As soon as we implement the World Fairness Agreement, there will be justice for all as quickly as we can possibly do it. And since we have world agreement, everybody's on the same side. Let's do this. Because if we don't, we're going to continue to kill each other and hate each other. Judges will get killed. Police will get killed. People in the military will get killed. And the military will kill people. They're just waiting to show their force by killing some people. So it's necessary that we unite people of fairness that don't want others to do us wrong, whether they're from a religion or from a government or just a group of people, some narcissistic led group or whatever, at work. I mean, try to argue against that. Try to tell people that you're being done wrong. It's very difficult. There are some laws for gang stalking at the place of employment in the state of Utah. I don't know about other states. You have to keep track of everything that was done wrong to you from the gang stalkers, from the bullies. It's another way of saying bullies at the job. Our children and our grandchildren are growing up in this world right now. It's really sad, because wouldn't you rather have your children and your grandchildren grow up in a world where everyone cares about each other and that we're taught to not look down on others? We're taught to be kind to one another and to not do each other wrong. The systems that planet Earth has had so far have failed to do that. The people that created governments and religions, they were in power to get the thing created. They had power over people. They were doing things to get wealthy, to have more power than others. They exploited it. They exploited the others. So they didn't want the commandment, the one commandment instead of 10, don't do others wrong. There's a law, you have to be fair to everyone. It's God's law. See, that's the way it would come down in a religion. They didn't do that. I already explained why. Because they wanted power. The in-group wanted power over the others that are not in the in-group. And how do you get to the in-group? By being more corrupt than they are, typically. Because there's no law of fairness in it. And they don't tell the truth. They ask you if you're following the rules of the religion, and you're a bad person for doing something immoral according to the religion. And they don't do that. They lie about it. Or because they're in power from not doing it, it's easy for them to decide to not do something immoral, like sexually, like masturbation or some stupid thing like that. Look at the sex laws on the books in the USA. It's absurd. So they have everybody focused on don't be a criminal. It doesn't matter if you did the crime, just don't get convicted of it. So then you can say, I didn't do the crime, I'm innocent. It doesn't create people that are good. It creates liars. It creates evil. And the Christian religion has this creation of Satan. Elaine Pagels, she wrote the Gnostic Gospels. She wrote a book called Adam and Eve and the Serpent. And she wrote a book called The Origins of Satan. There was no Satan until Christianity happened. So, think of it. They have this enemy of God that is terrifically horrid and evil and would hurt you so bad. So you better surrender to the church or the devil will come and get you. See what I'm saying? It's can you think of a better idea to get people into the church and get people talking about anything they do that's not the morality of the church is of the devil. So it's like a method to look down on other people. So with the World Fairness Agreement and its universality, everyone's welcome. We don't care if you were the so-called children of Satan or what. People of the lie, we don't care what they call us or them. Everyone's invited to stand with fairness so that unfairness doesn't defeat us. That's how simple this is. Thanks for listening.